We are back. If you have downloaded the account, the zipped file, you have a folder called account. And let's see what this folder is about. Again, please remind me if you want the codes that I've written here to send them to you. So account.cpp, just copy all, select all, copy those files. We don't need those guys anymore. That's why I'm going to select them and remove them, not delete them. Okay, I'm going to add, remember, main, account, and account.cpp, account.h. If you understood the previous example, you understood basically, no, not complex, sorry. If you understood the previous example, you won't have problems understanding the account. So I'm adding the account, h, the header, account.cpp, and the main. Usually, the CPPs stay here at source files, and the header files stay at the header portion. Now, let's take a glimpse of what's going here. Probably this is too large. This should be okay. Okay. If you understood the complex class, you won't have problems with the count. So we have also public and private data. Private data, we have the owner. I mean, this is about a bank account. What you should record about that. The name, it's a string, your owner. The ID, and the balance, how many monies do you have inside? It's a double. What kind of functions do we have? We have constructors, two types of constructors. One of them only takes the parameter ID. The other one takes the parameter ID as a parameter and the owner as a parameter, which is string. We have a function which is called deposit. What do we do with this deposit? In this amount, I mean in this balance here, we add an amount. We have a function which is called withdraw when we take money from our account. So deposit, we put money, withdraw, we take money. And the amount that we put or take is this one. It's going to be added or subtracted accordingly. Display balance, we display that, hey, you guy, you have this much money in your account. Display owner, you just say your name. If I'm the owner, say the owner is Artem Chamili, for instance. And transfer. This is important. If I want to transfer some money from one account to another account, what I'm doing, I'm taking, you see, the name of the class is account. And I'm taking another account, which will be called A, and I'm taking it as a reference. And I want to transfer this much amount of money to the account A. Why I'm taking it as a reference? Because, you see, you remember references, you make the changes inside this account A. Because when this function will be finished, I want my money to be taken from my account and the guy that I'm sending the money to see the exact amount of money that he has taken, okay? If I don't do it with a reference, then I'm just going to take some money to me, put it in a copied account. When the function is finished, it's going to be finished and the guy didn't take the money, okay? But if I send the reference, he will see the money is there. Okay, that's why this is important to put reference here. These are the declaration of the functions. Yeah?
When you make balance private, wouldn't that not allow you to use withdraw because it's private?
When it's private, no one else can see it, but this class can see it. I mean, this function, deposit, withdraw, display, can see it. Okay? Because your private things, you know for yourself. No one else knows. Okay? But you know it. But others don't. I know your name, but I don't know your secrets. But you know your secrets, okay? And those functions are inside this class. Yeah, that might be public, but those guys can see those privates. Other guys cannot see it. So this was the account.h, the header. Let's see account.cpp. So pretty much similar as it was the case with complex numbers. We are adding here account.h. We're including it. So this is the parameter. You remember, don't forget those private. The owner, the name of the owner of the account, the ID of the account, and the balance. How much money do you have? So we are defining it. This is one constructor with two parameters. Another constructor with one parameter. Remember it. Integer parameter ID and parameter owner. Deposit. If you want to put some money, if the amount is smaller than 0, then you're going to say, well, it cannot be less or equal to 0. I mean, I cannot say I'm putting minus $100 in my account. Otherwise, you just increase the amount. This is basically same as writing balance is equal to balance plus amount. It's the same. I'm writing it as a comment. Withdraw. If you want to withdraw a negative amount of money, you're not going to allow it and print it. But if the amount is positive, and if the amount is smaller than the balance, so let's say that I have $1,000, but I want to withdraw $2,000 from my account, this if will not allow it. Okay? There is not enough money to be withdrawn. Otherwise, you subtract it like this. So basically, you can write it either this way or this way. The same applies here. You can write it the balance is equal to balance minus amount. Or you can write it in a short manner like this. Balance minus equal amount. Display balance. This is just to display it. It's displayed in this manner. Display owner. It works like this. And transfer. This is maybe the hardest function. I take another function, another account as a parameter, and this is the amount that I want to transfer. If the amount is 0, I cannot transfer it. Otherwise, if the balance is smaller than the amount, meaning I don't have money to transfer them, I will print this one. Warning, not enough of money. Otherwise, if the balance has enough of money so I can transfer it to another account, I'm printing this one. Transfer complete. And see, withdraw amount. I'm subtracting the amount. And I say A point deposit amount. Why I don't put any A or B here? Because it's inside the class itself. Okay? So this withdraw is the withdraw of the class, but this deposit is the deposit of this account A, meaning I'm withdrawing from myself that amount, and I'm putting the same amount to A. But that A is taken as a parameter. So the changes after this function is going to be finished will be viewable to the account A, because I'm accessing it as a parameter, not making a copy of it. Hope this is clear. So this is about the account. These are the prototype functions, and this was how they were defined here. Sometimes you want to minimize them like this. Okay? So remember the syntax. You don't have return type when you see account. These are the constructors. The first function that are called when a new type is declared. New variable of a certain type is declared. Now let's go to main. This is main. And remember, we had two constructors, one with two parameters, taking the name of the owner, name and surname, and the ID, and the other one is taking only the ID. So let's see how it's working here. I'm going also to use some debugging stuff here. So I'm starting. You see I haven't done anything here. And I'm here. Now I'm calling M. You see M-O-F-A. You have here the owner, the ID, and the balance. The owner, the ID, and the balance were the private parts the private data of the class account. Everyone, every instance, every object should have it. So M, you see M. I'm calling it, if you want to see which function I'm calling it, just go debug, step into, you see this guy has two parameters, an ID and the name of the owner. So step into, no, not here, step out. Okay, this one, account, ID, owner. This is going to be executed. Let's go over it. I'm going just about to execute this part, so ID here makes no sense. It's a very big number, but when I go to over it, ID is 0, because I sent it as 0 as parameter. ID is 0. Then the owner should be Mazhar. The owner right now has nothing, it's empty, but debug, step over, the owner is Mazhar, you see it? The balance is 0. Right now it makes no sense, but when I step over it, the balance becomes 0, okay? Again, step over, we go here. We executed it. Let's go to another function. Fuad is doing the same thing. You see at M, Mazhar, ID 0, balance 0. Now Fuad is F. The name is F, and those are the private data. Step over, you see Fuad, ID 1, balance with red. Again, step over. With Oscan, we also are done with Oscan. Now we go to this one here, but this one here has only one parameter. That's why debug. I made a mistake. Okay, I mean for this command here, this function will be executed. Account with only one parameter. If you don't trust me, you see the owner name is anonymous, and parameter ID is the one that we send. So you see, for A, this is the guy A, the owner is anonymous, ID is 3, and the balance is 0, because we set it to be 0 here. Okay? Now, we are displaying all of them. Let's see, debug, step into, how it's working. Display owner, step over. We are going to execute this one. We don't have anything here, but when we go to debug and step over, we execute it, okay? Okay, now let's go to step over again. I'm displaying them, displaying it again. I'm depositing now. Now let's see how this deposit works. You see, those poor guys have $0 or Turkish liras in their account, have no money. Now I'm going to put some money on M. M is this guy, Mazhar. But let's see how it's working. So debug, step into, and I'm calling the function deposit. Takes amount. Amount is 100. The balance has no money for the time being. It has 0. Now I'm checking. Debug. Is the amount smaller or greater than 0? It's not. That's why we're going to execute this part. So debug, step over. We are going here. Now we should add $100. We have for the time being $0 here, but debug, step over, we have 100. It's changed. That's why we have red, the color, the red color. Debug, step over. We are here. Now depositing 150 and 1000 to F and A accordingly. That's why I'm going to do step over. You see it in red. Step over. You see it again. We are printing it, initial balance of accounts. Debug, step over. We are calling a function which is called display balances. Display balances is this function here. It takes parameters of those, okay, and displays all of them, okay. That's why I go to debug, step into, so we are about to execute this one, and see which function I'm going to call. Step into, I'm going to this function. Step over this line. Now A1 display balance, debug, step, okay, step over, step into, I'm calling the balance, okay, step out, I'm going back, those are printed here as we saw it. Again, step over. This one should be printed now. A4. This is account 4. It was printed. It has 1,000 amount of money. Debug. Step over. Then we are here. We just saw this guy. We printed it. We are going to print Mazhar is transferring 25 Turkish liras to Fuat. So, step over. And you see, now M is sending to Fuat, to F, $25. You see, M has $100 for the time being, and F has 150 here, if you can check it. Now let's execute this guy here. Let's go inside, step into. This is how it works. Step by step. Step over. The amount is greater than 0. Let's go. That's why we go to this part. The amount is smaller than balance. That's why we are going to this else. We are printing it message transfer complete. So we got it here, message transfer complete. Now I'm withdrawing from this amount, but this amount is Mazhar. The owner is Mazhar. You see Mazhar has 100 here. So debug, step over, it has 75, and I'm adding this to A as a parameter, which is Fuat. Fuat has 150, so I'm adding 150, 25 to that, so it's 175. I'm going step over now. We're finished with this guy, so we are printing step over. Display balances, we saw it already, step over. So we display all of them. And so on. Okay, I'm going just to use step over. I'm transferring, Mazhar is transferring to Oskan 45 Turkish liras. He's a generous guy, by the way, sending money to all of his friends. Hope you have a friend like that. Okay, step over. Step over. We have the outputs here. Maybe we should check them simultaneously. What's going on? Like this. So debug. Step Oskan is transferring 550 Turkish lira. So Oskan is transferring. Oskan O has 45 and he's trying to transfer 50. So let's see what's happening. Not enough money. Okay, you can go with step into and see what's happening. But you can do it at home. So step over. We are displaying the balances. We are calling this function here again, which only displays the balances. We are here. Step over. They are printed. We are withdrawing from A 100 Turkish liras. So let's go step into, withdraw. Let's check it line by line. Amount is greater than 0. We have enough of money. So we are withdrawing it, you see. From 1,000 we have now $900 or Turkish liras. We are over with that and we are printing it. Okay. The screen is not wide enough to see the outputs, but you can check it at home. Display balance, and this is it. Any questions about this guy? I mean, you should understand the step into, step over, and step out. It's very good to go line by line and see what's happening. Okay? Step into goes to the functions inside the function of, but if you don't understand the function, you have not written it, just go step over and go back, because you are not going to be an expert for one semester of C++. Did you understand this example? How much of you? All of you. Okay. Very nice. Now we are going to deal with robots, and this is your homework, by the way. So, congratulations. You are going to write programs for robots. Just imagine that. We are on the 5th week and you're writing programs for robots. And as I told you, your robot, you're going to program him, so he's going to attend classes for you. He's going to attend exams for you. He's going to write assignments for you. So you can sleep and enjoy and relax. No, I'm joking. When I say robots, you'll see what I'm talking about. I think, in order robots to do stuff that I just said, we are hundreds of years away. But you are taking a clue of how it should be. So, when I'm talking about robots, this is what I'm talking about basically. We don't need this Visual Studio. We can save data. No, we should be here. Okay. What should the robots do? What are they doing? Let me just change those extensions to executable. And you'll see what I'm talking about robots. This will be your homework. I'm repeating it again. Okay. So one demo is the following one. This is the environment of the robot. This is a grid. This is, you start from 0, 0. So this is x-axis. This is y-axis. Okay, this is the origin, 0, 0. This is 1, 2, 3 for x, okay? The coordinate 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have some robots here. I mean, not robots that you'll expect them to come away from, to jump from the screen and walk. No. Two-dimensional figures, basically. They're going to walk through this environment. How? We will see it. I'm just giving you a couple of examples. So you go to run. You are going to program it, by the way. So this is a message. Remember this one. This program moves the robot from the given position to position 0, 0. Basically, I'm going to give a robot to position, let's say, 7 and 9. It's going to be here, and it's going to move like this and come here. Okay. I'm entering the x position. Remember, I start from this is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say I'm giving the coordinate 9. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 9. For x, you cannot see it, but I'm entering 9. Enter y position of the robot. Let's say I'm giving it 12. So see what's happening. This is the robot. Oh, enter the color of the robot. Let's say that I want the robot to be, okay, just help me. Let's say it's blue. I want it to be blue. I'm writing one of those colors, blue. Okay. Blue robot is walking like this and going to the origin of the coordinate system. And in the end, I have end of execution. Okay, this is it. Let me try it again. Run. This is the message. Okay, I'm entering, let's say, 12 for x, 6 for y, and I want to pick a pink robot. I've wrote on pink. Okay, and the pink robot walks like this. You have to write the program for this stuff. This is one example. Another example, let's say, simple robot demo. I'm running it. Enter the x coordinate, let's say it's 8. Okay. The y coordinate, it's 6. This is what it's doing. Basically, 8 and 6, it was here. Or I think it was here. So this is closer. Which one of the axes is closer goes to that way, okay? If I enter 6 and 8, it's going to go that way. So 8 and 6 is going down to x. Since x is closer, so run again. If I am giving 6, no, just a moment. So run, 6 and 8. Since y is closer, it's going to y. So which one of the axes is closer is going to that one. This is the homework, by the way, for you. I'm going to show it. You should program it to work like this. I'm giving, let's say, 5. We have an owner and a dog, and the dog follows the owner, okay? So I have 5 for the owner and 15. These are the coordinates for the owner. And for the dog, x, let it be 12 and 13. Just see what's happening. This is the dog, goes to the owner. Owner goes here, the dog follows him. Owner goes here, the dog follows him. This is the end of the execution. This is going to be your homework. Okay? So this is a robot, this is a robot. Robots can walk, can change colors, can change directions. If you want to start a new robot, this is what you should do. Start Visual Studio. Remember this one. We start Visual Studio. File, New, Project. Go to Visual C++ here. Up until now we have been dealing with console applications. But this one is not a console application. We don't have that black screen with white letters. This is Windows 32 project. Let's change it to robot project, the name. Okay. Then you press next. Then, this is very important. Windows application should be checked here. Up until now it was console application, but now it's Windows application. This one, it can be checked, but better uncheck it. And it should be an empty project, like this. Okay, so Windows application, empty project, finish. Okay, the environment looks pretty much the same, but it's not the same. Let's go to this guy here. This is the robot world. Let's open this. So this is, you have it here. Windows project, empty project, Windows application, next. Now, we should change the property. But before doing it, let's do the following stuff. Let's open the folder in File Explorer. It's here. Then from the robot folder, just copy paste those files. You don't need the PDF and the document. Paste them. We have it here. Now we are going to add existing items. You will add mini FW, H and CPP, header and CPP, robot header, robot CPP. You should know what are these about. We're adding them. Usually, the CPPs should be under the source file. Okay, we're not going to deal with mini FW because it's a very advanced topic. But let's go to the robots. Before doing that, also let me not forget about this stuff. Right-click. Properties. You have general here, so you have common properties, configuration properties. Just select this guy, general. You have character set here. Just make it be not set, like this. Press OK or apply, whatever. Now, let's see what do the robots have. So this is the robot class. It has something public, something private. What's the private part? Let me enlarge the code. Let me zoom it a bit. The private part has X position, Y position, direction. What's direction about? So, if the robot is turned this way, it's called east. If it's turned this way, it's called south. What about this one? West. This one? North. If you want to walk from bottom to up, it should be turned to north and it can walk, okay? If you want to walk this way, it should be turned to this direction, okay? And so on. We have the color. You saw it, pink, blue, white, whatever. And the other stuff doesn't matter for the time being. We have also functions, methods. What is the first one? It's called the constructor. Okay. Basically, when we want to create a new robot, we're going to give the x coordinate, the y coordinate, the direction. Initially, it's east. And things just don't pay attention to these things. Maybe we will deal with these kind of things later on. There is a function which is called move. And as a parameter, it takes distance. When we say distance is equal to 1, if you call move without parameter, it's going to move. If it's turned this way, if you call move, it will move only for one place. But if you call it, let's say, move 5, it's going to move for 5 boxes, okay, in the direction that it's facing. If it's like this, it's going to move 5 like this. What else do we have? Set color. If you want to change the color of the robot, you're going to use set color. Turn right. This is important. Turn right. So I'm now facing the east. If I'm calling this function turn right, I'm turning in accordance to the relative position I'm here. So here, turn right. This is my position. If I say if I call turn right again, I'm turning right again. So let's say the initial position of the robot is like this. And if I call turn right, this function, it has no parameters. So turn right, it's going to be like this. Turn right again, like this. Turn right, so on. Okay. We have other functions. You don't need to worry about them for the time being. So those are just the functions we have declared here. The definitions. So this is the header, robot h. Robot CPP. The definitions are here. It's a bit complicated, but you don't have to know how it's working. Okay, so robot. Or maybe I can find. You don't have to know how it's working. You just should know that, okay, this move is doing this stuff. This turn right is doing that one. Robot is doing this one. Set color is setting the color, and so on. Basically, the functions are also explained in the end. Okay, so move. Without parameters, it's moving only one box to the direction it's facing. Move with parameters, it's moving certain number cells of times. Blocked, sometimes the robot cannot go off. If it goes to the end, it cannot go. It's called blocked. Sometimes you can put walls. If it has a wall, it's blocked. Okay, it cannot go. Turn right, it just turn right. Pick a thing, put a thing. We don't need that for the time being. Set color, you can set the color. Facing east returns a Boolean value. It returns. If it's like this, it returns true. Otherwise, if it's north, west, south, it returns false. Okay? The same applies to wall, because sometimes we can put a wall. So this is it. Is it hard? We're going to see those in a while. And we're going to code it immediately. It's so easy. So add an existing item. Let's continue with simple robot demo. Okay, simple robot demo should work something like this. I'm giving the param, let's say 5, the coordinate, x and y is 9. And it goes to the axis, so 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which one is closer, x or y? Y is closer, so it's going to that direction. Okay? If it was 9, 5, it was going to the x direction. So let me try it. Let me run it again. Run 9, 5. It goes like this. Okay. You're looking for the details. Okay, if it's the same, let's see. 5. Nice question, by the way. 5 and 5. It goes to the y. Okay.
is it by chance?
No, I mean it's defined. This is what we if it's the same, it goes to y. Otherwise, it goes to which one is closer. Now something else also. In order to start a robot, of course, that you have to include robots.h. We already have a piece of code here, which is called simple. Again, we have X position, Y position, robot caller as a string. We are showing this message, this program, blah, blah, blah. We give the positions, X and Y. We check whether they are greater than 0. We enter the caller of the robot. We declare a new robot. This is what we declared, X and Y. We are trying to set the robot caller, which is a function. Okay? So the robot can have only one caller. That's why we have if and else statements. It cannot have multiple ones. If the caller is white, what should I do? Robot point set caller, not start, and put white here. Okay? Otherwise, if it's not white, the caller that I've given, let's say the robot caller is pink, then I have pink here also. Okay? Else, if the robot caller is orange, then I have here also orange, and so on. Okay? You get it, how it's done. Okay? So I have here orange as well. It goes like this until the end. Let's not waste time with those. I'm going to comment them out, but you can do it in your house. If I don't give any caller that is available for the robots, not a valid caller, using default caller, and the default caller is yellow, if you remember. Now I should move robot from the position that I gave from the position, it's going to Y, then it's going to the origin of the coordinate system. So how am I going to do that? First, remember, it's always, by default, it's in the east. I have to turn it right and go for Y positions. Okay? Because this is X, this is Y, and I'm going for Y positions down. That's why first I'm going to turn it right. So I'm sending it as a reference in order to see the changes. Robot, turn right. And robot, move for Y positions. With those two, I've turned it right and move it for Y. Now I want to turn it right again and move it for X positions to the origin. That's why I say robot, turn right, robot, move for X positions, and this is it. I hope I don't have any mistake here. Let's run the code. It should be exactly as we saw it. So run. This is the message that we get, the program blah blah blah. Give X, I'm giving 5. Give Y, I'm giving 6. Let's give something that we already defined here. If you remember, we defined the orange, yeah. So if I give orange as an input, it should work. Again, now I should give an orange as an input, so run. Okay, let's say 5, Y is 6. Orange is our input. Not a valid caller, using OK, use a valid caller. So it's going down, it's going like this, and this is it. Okay? Any questions? About your homework, again, this is your homework, if you don't remember it. You have the owner and the dog. I'm giving 5 and 10 for the owner. Let's say 15 and 13 for the dog. The dog should do the following thing. Come to the owner here. The owner moves and the dog follows. Okay? This is it. You will have the executable file so you can check whether it's okay or not. Remember that the dog should come like this, so the X coordinate of the owner should be less than the X coordinate of the dog. You should check the specifications. Any questions? Sign the attendance sheet. Class is dismissed. If you have anything to ask, please ask. Okay.